Hi all, welcome to forceGalaxy. Okay, so in this video we'll be sharing one interview. This is for the admin role. Okay, so the person who has given this interview is a fresher. Okay, but he is having a very good knowledge over this admin part. So I have asked more complex questions also to him. Okay, so if you are a 1 year or a 2 year person, so this interview will be helpful for you. And if yes, of course, if you are a fresher too, this interview will going to help you. Okay, so let's start with the video, and if you have any questions or any query related to the answers or the questions which I have asked in this, you can ask me in the comment section. Okay, and if you are also looking for to give the interview or want to schedule the interview with me, you can check out the link which I have shared in the comment section and the description also. So if you are willing, you can schedule your interviews accordingly. Okay.
Business requirement.
Okay. And how many types of relationships we have?
So we have 4 out of the box relationship in Salesforce: a lookup relationship, a master detail relationship, external lookup relationship, and hierarchical relationship. And also we can create a many-to-many relationship and one-to-one relationship if we need any kind of requirement to make this kind of relationship.
What is many-to-many relationship and how we can create this?
Okay, so many-to-many relationship. We need to create a many-to-many relationship in us. So whenever there is a need, like we have to connect one record of object to the many record of the other object and vice versa. So we can fulfill this need by creating a junction object. So a junction object is a custom object which from which we make a master detail relationship to the other 2 objects for which we want to create many-to-many relationship. By this, we can achieve many-to-many relationship.
Okay. Can you tell me any example?
Okay, so for example, book and author. So one book can be written by many authors, and many authors can write one book.
Yes. Okay. And can you tell me what standard junction object Salesforce provide?
Okay, there are a few standard junction object in Salesforce. For example, campaign member for campaign and leads, and campaign and opportunity also. And there is a opportunity line. What was that? In the opportunity line, something like
Opportunity line
for the opportunity. For the not sure about the parent object, but the junction object name is like that opportunity line. And there is another is book entry for the product and price books.
Yes. It is opportunity line item and price book entry. Okay. So can you tell me the differences between master detail and lookup relationship?
So master detail is a tightly coupled relationship in Salesforce, while lookup relationship is a loosely coupled relationship in Salesforce, which means in master detail relationship, if we delete the parent record, then the child record associated with it will also get deleted automatically. While in lookup, when we delete the parent record, the child record will not be deleted. And also in master detail, the master detail field will be mandatory on the child record page, and while in lookup the field will be not mandatory. Means there's no need to of the child to be associated with the parent. It may or may not be associated with parent. While in master detail, the child must be associated with its parent.
Okay. And any other? In case of privacies, record level
security. Also child record inherits its parents' sharing and security setting, while in lookup relationship, a child can have its independent sharing and security setting.
Okay. Okay, so can you explain me the security model in Salesforce?
So security model in Salesforce broadly classified into two categories. One is org level security, and another is record level security. In org level security, we have we can control object level security, field level security, like the tabs and Also, we can control tests like Apex classes and VF pages. Mm,
Mhm.
And I think like pretty much most of the things we can control on the org level security, and record level security is all about the visibility of the data. So we can control the record level security through OWDs, role hierarchies, sharing rules, and also, yeah, I think these things only.
Manual sharing.
Sorry, manual sharing is also there.
Okay, so how do we, from where we will going to manage this object level securities?
To the profiles.
Okay, and how profiles and permission sets are different from each other?
So profile and permission set are like similar, but while the profile is mandatory when we create a user, and only one user can only have one profile at a time, while permission a user can have multiple permission sets, and permission set is not mandatory.
Okay, and can we restrict the permission using permission sets?
No, we can only extend permissions using the permission set.
If suppose I want to restrict some of the access, then what I can do?
Then we can do it through the profiles.
Only from profile only, we have to remove the permission.
Yes.
Okay. So from where we can control the field level securities?
Yeah, that can also be controlled through profiles.
And
And also through the page layouts.
so what is the difference controlling it from profiles and controlling it from page layouts?
So, for example, if we remove a field from the page layout, then it will only be not shown on the record page, but it can be accessed. It can be accessed through other options like from searching it and through reports, and also other like on emails. But if we hide it on the field level security through profiles, then it cannot be accessed by any means.
Okay. So can you tell me about the OWD?
Okay, OWD or organization wide defaults are the baseline access the object record.
How many types of different types of OWD, and can you give any example how they will react with different options?
Three options in OWDs. We can set the records as private, public read only, and public read write. So if it is set as private, then only the owners of the records or the user that are above in the role hierarchy can access the records of that users. And if it is set as public read only, then everybody can see the record, but only the owner of the record or the user that those are above in the role hierarchy can be able to edit those records. While when it is set as a public read write, then anybody can see or edit the records.
Okay, so let's suppose there are two users, okay?
Yeah.
And both are having the same profile where the permission of object is given read, okay, read and create.
Okay.
And here OWD is set as private.
Okay.
Okay, not private, it is public read and write. Okay.
Okay.
And so user A will able to edit the records of user B.
Yes.
How?
Because ordered setting is set as a public read write, so anybody can edit the records.
But for this object on profile, permission is given read and create.
Okay.
Will they able to edit?
Okay. Then it will he will not be able to edit the record.
So it will check the profile permissions also.
Yes. Because on the records are the secondary, but the first the user must have the access for the object.
Mm-hmm.
So if the user don't even have the object permission, then he will not be able to edit the records of the object.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there is a pick list. Okay, it has values A, B, C.
Okay.
And OWD is set as private. Okay.
Okay.
I want to share the records with other user where the pick list value is B. Okay.
Okay.
So how we can achieve this?
Can you repeat the question one more time?
OWD for object is set as private. Okay.
Okay.
And on profile level also, object is given, read, create, edit, all the objects are there, for permissions are there for this object. Okay. Two users are there. So I want to share the records of user A with user B where the value of pick list is B.
So we can use the sharing rules for it.
What type of sharing rule?
Criteria based sharing rule.
Okay, where the value is B will be shared.
Yes, where the value of the pick list equals to B.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can you share the record with single user using sharing rules?
Yes, we can.
Okay. And what is owner based sharing rule?
Owner based sharing rule is like that. We have two users A and B, and we want to share the records of A with B. Then we can set the records owned by A to share the records with B. Like it's based on the ownership of the records. We want to share the record with other users.
Okay. Okay, let's suppose account and contact are there. Okay.
Okay.
So here for account, OWD set as private. Okay. And for contact, OWD set as public read and write. Okay.
Okay.
Now I want to add the manual sharing button on contact record. So will I be able to add this?
Account is set as private and contact is set as public read and write, right? Mm-hmm. And we want to have the manual button on
contact records.
No, when it is already set as read and write, so there will be no manual sharing button for it.
Okay. So will it only check for that particular object or it will check for the related object permissions also when adding the manual sharing button?
I'm not sure about it.
Okay, it will check for related one also. If there is the restricted one, then it will able to add the button. You will be able to add the button. Okay. Okay. Can you tell me about the reports?
Okay, so reports reports are Salesforce. We have 4 types of reports in Salesforce.
Mm-hmm.
First is summary report, second tabular report, third is metrics report, and fourth is joint reports. Mm-hmm. So reports are used to show the data in a easy to understand format. And
okay. Okay. Can you tell me what is the difference between static and dynamic dashboards?
Okay, static and dynamic dashboard. So if it is available for all the users to see a view, so then we can say it's a dynamic dashboard. And if it's only the owner can see it, then it will be a static dashboard.
Let's suppose there are 2 users, okay, and on the dashboard, all the records of both the users are retrieved, okay, all the records are shown, but the second user is not having the access to read the object, read the records, okay. So in this case, in static dashboard, will the second user is also able to see the records? Still it is not having the access on profile, so will it be able to see the records of that object?
No.
And in case of dynamic dashboard?
Yes.
So in dynamic dashboard, it will not check for the permissions. So what are validation rules?
So validation rules, we have validation rules so that a user can only able to enter the valid data.
Okay, so if I am deleting a record, will the validation rule fire at that time also?
No, it will only be fired on at the time of creation or updation time.
Okay. Okay, what are the roll-up summaries?
So roll-up summaries field are only be available on the master data relationship, and we can create a roll-up summary on the master object. It is a field which is used to aggregate the data into four. We can aggregate it into four types, like the count function, and sum function, and minimum and maximum function.
Okay.
For I can give an example in this, like if we are working with a non-profit organization, and there is donation is going on, and we can check the sum of the donation through the sum function, and we can check the how number of people have donated through the count function, and we can check the minimum donation, maximum donation through the minimum and maximum function.
Yes. Okay. So can we convert master detail relationship to lookup?
Yes, we can convert the master detail into the lookup, but we have to be sure about that there will be no roll-up summary on the object.
Okay. Yeah. If there are roll-up summaries, then
we will not be able to convert the master detail into the lookup.
So any alternative or any workaround to be like I suppose I want to convert this master to lookup, and there are roll-up summaries also there, and the records are also there. So what we will do in this case now?
Then we have to delete the roll-up summary.
Okay. And
after that, we will be able to convert.
What about the data which is stored in roll-up summaries?
It will also get deleted, I think.
Okay. Either we have to create a backup fields where we can store the values. Okay. And if you do not want to do so, then we can directly delete them. Okay. Yeah. And what in case of lookup relationships, I want to convert lookup to master, and records are also there.
If there is records already there, so we can convert a lookup into the master detail, but we have to be careful that every child record must be associated with the parent record. Then we will be able to convert the lookup into the master detail.
Okay. And what about flows?
So flows is one of the automation process provided by the Salesforce, and we have different types of flows, like screen flows, scheduled triggered flows, platform event triggered flows, and auto launch flows. When to use auto launch flows? I've only worked on screen flow and scheduled triggered flows. I haven't like worked on the auto launch flows and platform event flows.
Okay. So what is page layouts and record types? Please explain with any example.
We can create different records for different business requirements. For example, we have an object called positions. So we can have the positions for a technical person or not technical person. So we can create a two-page layout for like one is technical page layout and second is non-technical page layout. And we can associate it to the different record types.
Okay. What are the data import wizard?
Data import wizard is used to import the data into the Salesforce org. We can import records using the data import wizard.
So is there any limit how number of records we can import at a time?
No, I think we can import 50,000 records at a time.
Yeah. What are queues?
Queues are similar to the groups, where we can add multiple users or other groups, rows and rows of subordinates. But there is a difference between queues and public groups. Like queues can be the owner of the records, but public groups cannot be the owner of the record.
Yeah. Okay. And what are auto response rules?
Auto response rules. So through the we have a auto when we want to convert a lead. Sorry, I'm not able to answer it properly.
So auto response rule works on cases and leads. So whenever we create new case or new leads,
yeah.
If we want to send any personalized messages or like using email templates, and also we can set up the auto response rule, so it will automatically send. Yeah. How about the static resources?
Static resources, yes. When we want to use any image or any document in the Salesforce, and we call them as a static resource, we have to upload it to first into the document, then we can use them.
Okay. So what do you mean by or how we can delete a user from Salesforce?
So we cannot delete a user, but we can deactivate or freeze a user.
So what is the difference between deactivate and freezing?
So if we want to restrict a user permanently, so we can go with the deactivation. So when we deactivate a user, then the license assigned to him will be free. But if you want to restrict a user for a brief time period, so we can, instead of deactivation, we go with the freeze. And when we freeze the user, then the assigned license will not be free.
Okay. So can we edit the formula field value in a record?
No, formula fields are the reads, so we cannot edit or enter any value in the fields.
Okay. So are the values saved in the database, the formula field values?
No, only the expression we write that will be saved in the database, not the value.
Okay. So what is field dependency?
Field dependency is when we want to depend a field on the other field, and we can create a field dependency. For we have two fields, location and in an object, so we can depend, like if we select a location Delhi, so only the hiring manager, those are from the Delhi location, will be available.
Okay. Okay. And what is email alert and email template?
So we use email template to send an email alert. And we have four types of email template, like text, HTML, HTML letterhead, and without letterhead.
Yeah. Okay. And do you know what are the different Salesforce editions we have?
Yes, we have enterprise. I think 4 types of edition: enterprise edition, unlimited edition,
Professional.
Professional edition, and
Developer.
Yeah, developer is
Unlimited enterprise. Professional.
Unlimited enterprise, developer, and the professional.